to go, Matt?
Go.
Heading on to go.
Let's go.
How's it going, everyone? My name's Carlos. This is Aarik. Aarik, well, first, this is the third week of Fast Blogs, so we actually had a good turnout this week, finally, of people asking questions, just comments and things from us that they wanted to hear about. Some really good ones that we're going to touch on. Normally we have the topics up behind us on the board. This time we're just going to use the phone because we actually have comments and stuff like that, so things that go off for us, which is huge. Last week we introduced one of our great trainers, Megan Fincher, and she talked a little bit about what she did. JJ's out of town right now, so that's why it's just myself. But myself, and this is Aarik Wilson. Aarik is one of our trainers who we brought on, just about a little over a year ago now, A little over a year ago now. Aarik has an extensive background athletically, which I'll let him talk to you about here in a second. But we brought him on just because, like all of us, like all of our trainers, he sees the same things in kids and adults and just overall clientele that we want him to see, that we see, and he's able to pull that out of them in the same way that we feel is really the only way to pull certain things out of people and get the best out of people. And so, also a great person, loves helping people, which is all a must. Fairly good looking, so that's a plus as well. But anyways, I'm going to let him talk about himself here for a second. This is Aarik Wilson, one of our great trainers here.
Yeah, I'm normally not too good at talking about myself, but I came to Fast after finishing up my track and field career. From here in Northern Nevada, graduated from Fountain High School, went to Indiana University, ran track there, did well collegiately, a couple national championships, a few All-Americans, and then was lucky enough to continue professionally. Made the Olympic team in 2008, a few World Championship teams here and there, and then just lucky enough.
Just a few World Championships.
Yeah, who's keeping count? 4 or 5, something like that. So, lucky enough to meet these guys and get involved with Fast. It's been a blessing.
So we are super lucky to have him. We talk about, I can use hashtag unmatched, and it isn't to be, well, it is to be a little bit cocky. I can't lie, but it's the truth. Between the 6, 7, 8 of us now, there's no other facility, literally, I would venture to say on the West Coast, that has that many Division I athletes, let alone 3 professional athletes, let alone an Olympian mixed in with that. So we're very blessed to be in the position we're in. Myself and JJ, with the good people surrounding us, along with the experience that they hold as athletes. Like last week's blog, we talked about you can't really match experience. You can't really duplicate it. You can't regurgitate it. Either you have it or you don't, and we definitely have it. And so before I go on rambling, more and more about this, we're going to go actually to the phone. Jody Cruz, one of our really fantastic clients that we love, had a really good question about what is it about really overtraining,
yeah.
I guess.
When is it considered overtraining, and why would it be considered overtraining?
And so,
and then also she wants to know how many days a normal person should work out in a week, and then weights versus cardio during that week.
And for me to touch on that, really, every person is different. So for me to say, for anyone to say, a normal person works out 4 days a week, does cardio 2 of those days, 1 day they hit cardio, that's irresponsible of that trainer, whoever it is, to say that's what everyone should be doing. That's like writing a nutrition plan, a general nutrition plan, and handing it out to 50 different people. We don't work that way. Our bodies are all different. So to say that and bunch everyone together is completely wrong, in my opinion. Once again, these are our opinions, so take it for what it's worth. But what we recommend, it's even tough to say because whether you're athlete, let's say, athlete meaning, say, a football player from wherever, from Nevada, and he's working out 4 times by himself or with trainers in his weight room and wants to come in still, I might only recommend 1 or 2 days, and one of those days might be strictly functional stability stuff, very low impact, because people's bodies can only take so much. Not everyone's a Rich Froning, CrossFit Games champion who works out 8 times a week, 6 of those workouts being high impact workouts. Not everyone's like that. So when I say everyone's different and every workout's different, you really have to come to me on an individual basis, and we can discuss that further. But what I want you to take from it is that you do what you feel. Nobody feels what you feel more than you. So if your body feels broken down, take a break. If 1 week you feel like you can work out 6 days a week, work out 6 days a week. You know what I mean? One of the most important things, in my opinion, on recovery is sleep. Everyone talks about supplements, this and that. Sleep. Getting your sleep. When I have trouble recovering, it's because I get 4 hours of sleep. That's the way it is. So that's my opinion on it. Go ahead and touch on it, Aarik.
Yeah, absolutely agree. Overtraining I was watching a video on YouTube the other day where they wanted us to push that overtraining is good. Where you need some breakdown in order to build, but you want to make sure that you're not going in the negative to where you're breaking down and breaking down and breaking down and never giving your body any time to build. Like Carlos said, sleep and recovery are two of the toughest lessons it was for me to learn, but probably two of the most valuable lessons it was for me to learn in my career. And that's the thing that I try to push on other clients I work with as well.
You gotta remember that athletically, we didn't have a choice to say, okay, I'm gonna take a day off. You know, I'm gonna take this day off today. I'm not gonna go to conditioning today, coach. You know, it's not the way it is. You gotta be a Wednesday conditioning. You gotta be there regardless. So for the normal clientele that we have, yeah, if you need to take a day off, if you feel like Aarik said, let's say I have somebody who wants to put on weight, your body needs to break down so you can rebuild it to put on certain types of muscle mass or certain muscle mass. And so you have to recover a little bit to do that. So that's a very good point what he just made. And so yeah, closing that topic real quick. Everyone's different. Everyone has a different body. Everyone reacts to things differently. Your body has to have a certain amount of time to regenerate and really work itself up to where you're trying to get to. Okay, and so you know, to further that, if Jody, if you want to talk to us about that individually, or anyone else has a comment about it, let us know. Write it on there, or Jody, just come in and we'll answer it for you. Okay. Moving on, next one.
We can just touch real quick. Sean Nichols asked the benefits of cross-training to avoid overuse injuries.
So the benefits of cross-training to avoid overuse, it's along the same lines. Cross-training can be great in so many different ways. You know what I mean? You can cross-train and you can set up all different types of functional stations. You know, cross-training is just adding a bunch of different exercises in one circuit. Let's put it that way. Okay, that's what cross-training is to us anyways. And so with that being said, that question, it's really a broad question because the subject of overuse, like I can make you do pull-ups, then rope climbs, then farmer walks. Yeah, I'm overusing your hands, your forearms, all that stuff. That's breaking down. We think of balance. So to answer that question again, like for me, the way I stray from that is I keep everything balanced. If I kill your quads in one set, I'm gonna hit your hamstrings one set. If I'm killing you on your cardio one set, I'm gonna slow it down and make you do a stabilization hold on the next set. Along with the mental focus that it takes to go back and forth and focus on what individual muscle group you're trying to get out there. So balance for me is what I like to revert to.
Actually, I completely agree. And like you said, cross training, I always thought of it as, you know, you're crossing all these different barriers or walls into different exercise and movements and tempos and techniques. And so I think to avoid overuse injuries, you're going to want to get any kind of strengthening you can get. It's going to help avoid those overuse injuries, but at the same time, like you said, it's an extremely broad question that really depends on the situation.
Yeah, for sure. So hit us up again, Sean. If you want to go detail more and ask another question about it, we'll hit on it again next week. So
for sure.
Next one.
Val Self-Jacobos.
No, we ever get your name right, Val, so sorry.
Yeah, sorry.
I'm not going to say what we call you.
You can't say it on here. For long-term clients, how do you continue?
Plateaus.
Yes.
What is the plateaus? So Val wants to know about plateaus. Val's been with us for a long time. I'll talk to you, Val. You've been with us for a long time. The way we go about plateaus in our clients, or even tracking that, is it's all different. It's on each individual person. I know you're probably like, geez, you said that last question. Well, if Val says, I want to lose weight, I want to lose inches around my waist, gain inches around my butt, etc., etc., then we track that. We track that with inches. We track that through the workout. We track that through all of the above. If somebody, we have, believe it or not, we have tons of clients that just say, I just want to get more fit. Those clients are the difficult ones, but easy at the same time, because if I have a client, if I have John, and week 3 he's doing the kettlebell swing, 30 reps and with a 20-pound kettlebell. Technique is a little shaky, okay? I work on technique first, build the foundation with the strength, core muscles that he needs to do that, hip extension, all of the above, okay? And then from there, what I do is I start tracking the weights, I start tracking the reps, I start tracking what he's doing before and after that kettlebell swing. So last week he did 30 kettlebell swings and was exhausted. 2 weeks from now he'll do 3 sprints, a chain run, mountain climbers, and 30 kettlebell swings at 20 pounds. The next week he'll do this, and this, 30 kettlebell swings with 40 pounds. So we track all different ways. He might run a chain lap in 5 minutes, week 3. Week 6, he runs it in 2.5 minutes. That's how we track those types of clients. So that'll answer your question for you. We try, because you do both. You do the conditioning workouts plus you do mass to ass, so to speak. And so mass to ass I like to track visually, but measurement wise, we'll measure you. All right, we'll measure your hips, measure your hamstrings, all of that stuff. So, and then if I know you're satisfied, if I know you see it like you told me you have, then we track it like that also. You know, it's really the client's world here. So you tell us what you want, and we try to track that the best we can.
The one thing, and I don't know if Carlos realized, because he's been in that fast for a long time now, and it's still unique to me and really cool because I remember when I was an athlete, you know, you go in and lift, and you sit there and you do the same reps for the same sets every day, and you go out on the track and run the same track, the same loop every day, and the body's a very adaptive organism, as you say, and you will,
Adaptative organism.
I might have made that up on Facebook, but it makes sense in my mind. But so we adapt and to everything. We're going to adapt to the workouts, and our bodies are going to learn how to get through the same workout and still save the energy and the calories that it has in it without going into those burning stages. So the cool thing that I learned when I got here was that we never really do the same workout twice. And everything keeps changing, so the body never really gets to adapt here, and I think that's one of the keys to not plateauing. The plateaus when that body's adapted to the work that they're doing, and that's where you're going to get those plateaus. So when we keep varying and changing workouts, I think that's key when it comes to staying away from those plateaus.
We will touch on programming a little bit more next week, like actually writing out programs for kids, adults, athletes, non-athletes, all that stuff. Okay, because that's a whole different 10-minute conversation in itself. Last one, I'm going to touch on Hannah.
I'm hungry.
Shazi, he missed it. We had a little thing planned out where he's supposed to start eating the bar. You know,
Started saying big words,
he didn't
and
do
I
it. You know, so,
forgot to eat.
crazy. The Quest bar, okay, taking the market by storm. We've had multiple people ask about the Quest bar. Amazing bar, okay. 20 grams of whey protein isolate, which is just kind of blows everything else out of the market. Isolate is the best type of protein out right now. Way more concentrated. Your body's going to process it way faster. The only thing that you might have questions about is carbohydrates involved, the fiber. The fiber, not so much as there going to be 16, 17 grams of fiber in this little bar, but 6 to 10, yeah, maybe, in my opinion. Okay, and I can't lie, Dave Garcia down the street at Nutri Shop also gave me a little tidbit on that. And also, if you look at the back and it's tons of things that you understand or that you've heard before, generally that's a good thing. If you look at the back and it's a bunch of words that you've never heard of, never hard to find in a dictionary, you might want to second guess it a little bit. On top of it, it tastes great. So always from Gwen Sedler, Jen Boscovich, what we talked about today was that what they gave me the tidbit on that they love is that nothing is better than food itself, okay? Nothing is better than food, but if you have to have something, and you're, instead of going without, a Quest bar is probably the best source out there right now. Okay? If you have any exact questions or anything you want me to touch on more about the Quest bar, let me know, but we love the Quest bars here. We use them. Yeah, we eat the heck out of them when we have them. They just go fast here. So any other questions that you have, let us know. Next week we'll be introducing another trainer, Matt Rutledge, another one of our trainers that we have here. So yeah, get on there. Let us know, good, bad. If you want to talk trash to us about what we say, whatever it is, okay? Let us know, all right? But so for now, me and Aarik are signing out. Thank you, Gwen, Jen, 2 people on our team, and then Dave Garcia Nutri Shop gave us some inside information as well. All right, thank you guys. See you next week.